Yo, what up? Scott Hazelton here to take you through the week that was on HRTV. John Sadler's assistant trainer, Larry Benavides, talks about Sydney's Candy's chances in the Santa Anita Derby.
We're going to talk about a few of those horses. I think Sydney's Candy most notably entered in the Santa Anita Derby. He's had a few starts under his belt, 5 starts, 3 wins. How far have you seen this horse come along over time?
You know, even since December, he's changed so much. Where maybe that first race here in December, he really wasn't quite fit enough. And just watching his last race, Joe said he had plenty of horse at the wire. You know, his daddy won a mile and a quarter, his mother won a mile and an eighth. So because he was so brilliant at Del Mar, people have said, you know, can he go that far? So I think, you know, for him being so brilliant back in August, it's kind of a knock on him. So I don't see why, there's no reason why he should not go long.
Larry, looking at Lucky, the 4-5 favorite deservedly. So how do you really feel you stack up with him?
He's battle tested. I mean, his last race we all seen that down the backside, he almost went down and he overcame that trouble. Sydney's not quite battle tested yet, but you know, you kind of run in these races to get battle tested, and he's up for the challenge, and it doesn't look like a lot of pace in the race again, so he might have, you know, hopefully an easy trip.
Is this a horse that you think, if you can make the lead, great, but if you can't, is that okay?
Absolutely. He shuts it down the backside. He's such a neat animal. He's so relaxed. You know, he's just a gamer.
Being that relaxed, is he a horse that you have to worry about schooling in the days leading up to the race?
Schooled in the first race today and did not turn a hair. So, I mean, you know.
Did you take him back then, or was that it?
He might come back again tomorrow just to kind of get out there. But, you know, right now he's ready to go.
Zoe Cadman went behind the scenes at the Sadler Barn for another HRTV Diary.
John Sadler Barn. We're going to try and find Sydney's Candy. Sydney, Rudy says you're ready.
He's ready. He might beat the other horse, you know?
Dave and Dixie and Sydney's Candy. Where's your Sydney hat?
Huh?
Where's your
I ain't got no Sydney hat.
Well, you better get one, Rudy.
Sam stole it.
Someone's in detention. Hi, Dave. How's the detention going? How you like your chances today, Mr. Sadler?
I like them.
Rudy loves them.
Huh?
Rudy.
Rudy loves everything.
Here's Dave, got his tack on. It's been very good. Sadler's got a good crew. We got Victor and Dave, and Sammy and Sydney. Now Victor grooms both horses, so we have Sammy subbing for Victor. What you got to say, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie?
Sydney's Candy, wire to wire.
Wire to wire.
Yeah.
And Sydney's Candy and Joe Talabo have won the San Felipe impressively.
Victor!
All right.
Ah?
We got the winner.
Bye-bye, Sydney and Victor. I see you switch teams now.
Yeah, have you noticed how they do that?
Yeah, it's pretty
what a
good.
coincidence.
Joe brought his fan club with him.
If you cursing me earlier, I'll move for 9. Thank you, thank you.
The story of Dave and Dixie continues. There's Dave. However, that's all they could see of Sydney's Candy yesterday. Not a bad view. That was easy, wasn't it? Walking the dog. Just like walking the dog.
Well, over the past 74 years, I've seen 15 future Kentucky Derby winners pass before me in the Santa Anita Derby on their way to Louisville. Hill Gale was the first to win both in '52, followed by Swaps, Lucky Debonair, and Affirmed, who made a stop in my winner's circle on his way to the Triple Crown.
Affirmed in front. The big Pinkaya aboard Affirmed takes the Santa Anita Derby by 8 lengths.
Winning Colors was one of 3 fillies to win in '88. And Sunday Silence gave Charlie his second Derby winner.
Sunday Silence is in a class of his own, and he's going down to the wire to win it by a distance.
Baffert's won 5, but it's the ones who didn't win that gave us thrills in Kentucky.
Here's the finish. Silver Charm by a neck with Gary Stevens. What an exciting Kentucky Derby.
Sure makes you wonder who will send off to Kentucky today.
He's dropped out. Alfie's Bet is on the outside, and Setsuko is winding up from last. They turn for home, and Sydney's Candy telling them you're going to have to pick up your feet. You want to catch me? It's Sydney's Candy and Joe Talamo in full flight for the wire. Setsuko is running on for second, but it's a one-horse race. That one horse is Sydney's Candy, who will be carrying the hopes of California all the way to the Kentucky Derby. Sydney's Candy and Joe Talamo could not have been more impressive.
Jockey Joe Talamo stops by race day, fresh off his win in the Santa Anita Derby.
What did you feel going under the wire yesterday, going 1 1/8 miles with the idea of 1 1/4 miles being ahead of you?
To be honest, one word described it was power. I mean, it was just really unbelievable. His stride, his just the way he handles himself, it's just pure class, really. And he made my job so easy. I just tried to point him in the right direction, and he really does it all on his own.
Joe, this year, do you have to kind of temper your enthusiasm a little bit? Because last year, you're on I Want Revenge, you're on the favorite, the day of the race he scratches. Are you trying to keep yourself a little more even keel considering what happened last year?
Oh, for sure. And again, in this game, it's day by day anyway.
Yeah.
So you try not to get too high on any race, because they can get hurt, we can get hurt at any time, So, but I mean, for sure, I'm just right now just enjoying this win in the Santa Anita Derby. I mean, I can't believe to win the Wood last year and then to come back a year later and win another big Derby prep. It's really unbelievable. So I feel very fortunate and blessed just to get the opportunity to be in that situation.
You talked about the day-to-day, Carolina, on Thursday. You almost went down, Joe, in a maiden race. I mean, you were that close to going face first. Anything runs through your mind at that point, like, my God, I'm going down and Sydney's Candy's waiting for me tomorrow, or is there any time to even think? Yeah,
there's really no time to think. There's situations like that, they happen so fast. You hardly have time to react to the horse going down. It's basically all reflexes. But, thankfully the horse was so athletic, he kept himself up. And I think God grabbed my shoulders and kept me on, so that definitely helped.
Aaron quizzed Jeff on the Wood Memorial in this week's Against the Odds Bullet Drill.
Done some good work real quick here at Bullet Drill.
Okay.
Last Wood winner of the Derby.
Well, I know that because Fusaichi Pegasus.
That's right.
And we had the deputy in that Derby, and he was second choice.
Year 2000.
Right.
Last Wood winner to go favorite in the Derby, and no, last year doesn't count. That was only morning.
Yeah. I have no idea. You tell me.
Bellamy Road.
Oh, all right. Okay, the boss's horse. Tiebreaker, yeah.
Santa Anita Derby or the Wood in 2010, which better represents starters in the Kentucky Derby?
I think there'll be more starters in the Santa Anita Derby, yeah.
On Against the Odds, Jeff picked the Wood winner.
I mean, I'm going to pick Escandrea because I have number one in my top 10, and it'd be foolish for me to go against him. So they're all going to have to worry about Escandrea. You just saw the impressive performance in the Fountain of Youth, and the form has certainly held up off that race. Lightly raced Giants Causeway Colt out of a mare by Seattle Slew, so he's not hurting for bloodlines, is he?
No.
And the way he won that 9-furlong Fountain of Youth would indicate that he is, in fact, not only the horse to beat here, but arguably the horse to beat in Kentucky if he goes about his business and wins this.
And they turn for home, and here's Escandrea to take the lead. Escandrea has taken the lead at the top of the stretch, and now Awesome Act is switched out to Daylight. 1 furlong to go. Escandrea, Johnny Velasquez is looking around for the competition. There is absolutely none. Escandrea will win it. Oh, from here to Egypt. He won by almost 9 lengths.
HRTV got up close and personal with Escandrea for an HRTV diary.
We are here at Barn 11, Todd Fletcher's barn, and we're here to watch Escandrea work this morning. Now, it's been a really crazy, hectic day here, but I think that we can go and get a shot. Come on, let's go and see.
And here he comes, getting ready for his work for the day. He's calmed down a little bit now. Started off a little bit bumpy, a little fresh, but it's a cool day out here.
Yeah, he's backing up, just passing by this bull with the pony.
Let him do his thing, go to the quarter pole, just kind of drop the head a little bit, let him do a little bit down the lane, and gallop out really good.
49-1.
Miguel, it looks like he's pretty playful. Is he a playful boy?
you know, he goes along with the game, but, you know, he kind of does what he wants to do, you know, and he's kind of a playboy, I guess.
Very strong horse. He look like he never finished, you know, he never have any end. He will be good to advertise in batteries. Going and going.
As you can see, there is never a loss of activity here at the Fletcher Barn. There's 1 barn, 2 barns, 3 Todd Fletcher barns here at Palm Meadows.
You'd like to hear it, huh? The first time I gave him a carrot, he was like nibbling like a little bunny rabbit at the tip of it, trying to figure out what to do with it. He's better at the race guy. Here.
American Lion roared to an impressive victory in the Illinois Derby.
7.5 from the leader with 4.5 furlongs to run. American Lion holding firm. You Want to Twist has been trucking every step of the way. Boulder Creek out there third. Turf Melody still on the rail fourth. Back Talk is fifth, 6 lengths behind the leader. And then it's Stevens Got Hope, Dave and Dixie and Game Ball. They come to the top of the stretch for the Illinois Derby. American Lion along the inside. You Want to Twist moves right alongside these two on even terms and 5 lengths in front of Beck Talk railing 3 wide third. Heads are turned for home in the 2010 Illinois Derby. You Want to Twist on the outside. American Lion digging down for more down along the rail. 5 more back to Beck Talk. In 4th position comes Turf Melody. Inside the final furlong, American Lion comes back to reclaim the lead. You Want to Twist racing second, but it will be American Lion David Flores to win the 2010 Illinois Derby at Hawthorne.
He kind of bobbled a little bit at the start, but then he got his feet right on it, and he just went on to the lead and just kind of started looking around. I was pretty confident, and I was, I thought I was going to push the pace a little early, but he was, like I said, he was looking around a little bit, and when they come to him, he was responding. He was pretty much doing it on his own. I was just good passenger on it, just keep pedaling, and he was responding. So that's a good of a feeling when you ask him, and they still got something under the tank. He did it today, and hopefully we go for the big one next time. And the Roses is the best place to end up with. So that's what my goal is, and hopefully he stay in good shape. And Owen, he knows what he's doing. So I'm just a lucky guy to be here on the back of this guy.
At Oaklawn, Blind Luck proved her worth on the dirt in the Grade 2 Fantasy Stakes.
Here they come into the stretch of the fantasy. Title Pool has the lead, No Such Word to the outside. Here comes Blind Luck from well back, and the leader is Title Pool. No Such Word is second. Blind Luck coming on in third. A furlong to go, and Title Pool brilliantly on the front end. Blind Luck is going to have to come get her. It's Title Pool and Calvin. Blind Luck and Raphael. They're together, heads apart. Blind Luck full run, and she's going to go get him. It's Blind Luck winning the fantasy by 3. Title Pool second. No Such Word was third, and All Due Respect pulled up fourth.
For the Grade 1 Carter handicap, Aaron makes a very rewarding pick.
Stay in New York. The Grade 1 Carter Handicap is next, $250,000. It's the Claiborne Stakes Showcase, 2-for-1 sale if you're betting, and Munnings is odds on. Here's why I like Munnings in this race. Now, Munnings is probably going to win, but the reason I like him in this race because he absolutely is going to take all of the money. Warrior's Reward is the bet in this race. Based on that fact alone, you're going to get an overlaid price because Munnings is absolutely going to get hammered. He's more tactical than you see in his past performance lines, and Jeff mentioned it. It's Ian Wilkes. It really is that easy for me in the Carter Handicap to go with Warrior's Reward from just off the pace, get the jump maybe on Munnings, or go right by him in the stretch.
Do you think Warrior's Reward is a sprinter too?
I do.
They got a half in 45 and 4/5 seconds. And Digger down inside. Elusive Warning is second. Munnings doing his best. He's still third. And Musket Man will try to come on through. And here's Warrior's Reward by them all from the far outside. Warrior's Reward and Musket Man. Those two down to the line. Musket Man game. Warrior's Reward. Here's the wire. Too close to call. Their heads were bobbing up and down on the line.
The rider of the great personal ensign recalls his greatest feats in his new book, Randy Romero's Remarkable Ride.
Well, besides being a very alliterative title, Randy Romero's Remarkable Ride, a lot about two very good horses, I'm sure, is in there, Randy. Personal Ensign and Go for One. 13 for 13, Personal Ensign. Go for the ill-fated Go for One, 10 for 13. How did a guy get lucky enough in a career to ride two fillies like this?
I guess everything's for a reason. I was just fortunate to be there at the right time, and I was able to jump on him. For Personal Ensign, I had talked to Shug when I left here out of Louisville to go into New York and asked him if he could help me out when I get up there, and he said, sure. And I just, it was the right timing. And right after that, Go for One came up and was able to ride her.
We're watching a distaff right now, the final race of Personal Ensign's career. How did you catch Winning Colors, Randy?
I broke Winning Colors as maiden, and I was very fortunate to ride her the one time at Saratoga, and I knew that she was a really good filly. And then she went to California, and I was riding in the race, and I didn't think I was going to get up there at that one time, but I swung her out wide. I started hitting her left hand, the 5/16 fold, and got her on some hard ground and run Winning Colors down.
Keeneland's Director of Sales, Jeffrey Russell, previews Monday's upcoming 2-year-old in training sale. Well, you've got a very distinguished list of graduates from this April sale, and looking at Lucky being one of them, and he's a horse that we'll be all looking forward to running this weekend here at Santa Anita in the Santa Anita Derby. But I do want to ask you, as we show you his preview, you talk about buyers going into this sale looking for two-turn horses. So with that in mind, how much do these short, quick, times or fast times come into play when you're really looking for these horses to extend past this quick tack show that they put forth?
Well, I think Gary probably a better person to answer that question than me because I've never trained a horse. But a horse has to have some speed no matter where in the race. So you want to make sure that the horse has that ability, that turn of foot, that acceleration. So you want to see that somewhere. They're only going eighths of a mile here, so we'll have some horses will go 3/8 and some will go quarters, but traditionally most people go in eighths. But you want to see the ability to accelerate. It makes no difference if they're going 4.5 furlongs here on Friday with our opening of our 2-year-old here, or looking forward to Santa Anita Derby with looking at Lucky.
One of the things that also makes the Keeneland sale a bit unique is the fact that you hold it right at the beginning of a racing meeting. Tell us what it's like to try and coordinate the opening of Keeneland Spring Meet with your 2-year-old sale all within the same week.
Well, we like the synergy, actually, of that because we have the trainers coming from the south, from Louisiana and Arkansas and Florida, coming up through Kentucky and being in Kentucky for the spring. So it works very well because we have a great core. Rogers Beasley's got a lot of nice trainers here who hopefully will have some money to spend. So it works actually very well. Our preview happens obviously the day before the race meet starts, so it helps kind of tee off the race meet as well.
Consigner Eddie Woods talks strategy when it comes to bringing horses to sale.
Eddie, in reference to the Keeneland sale specifically, obviously with all that land, you accumulate a lot of yearlings that have the intention of being pinhooked into the next year. How do you go about identifying which ones you're going to aim at the Keeneland sale specifically?
They kind of sort themselves out as you go through the break-in process a little bit here, and we have a little bit longer to make up our minds about horses that are going to come to Keeneland. We're inclined to kind of tag kind of a bigger, more scopier horse that might need a little bit more time and wouldn't be ready for like an early February sale or something like that. And well, we have found in the past in Keeneland that they're inclined to go with horses don't have to work gung-ho so fast as they might need to at the early sales, and they just have to be kind of, if they're good big movers and get across the ground well and have a good way about them, they're inclined to like them just as much.
Eddie, we talked about you being based on that wonderful farm you have in Ocala, and of course a number of the 2-year-old sales are in the state of Florida, but explain to everyone how nerve-wracking it must be to pack a few of these 2-year-olds up and either come to Barrett's in California or Keeneland and travel these young horses that have really never been to a racetrack before, and what goes into that process?
Well, you know as well as I do, from shipping your horses to run, you plan a long way in advance. You have to organize your crew months in advance, your places to stay months in advance, and then you organize your horses, and everything's been organized from a long ways out, and if you plan early, it's easier to achieve.
On April Fool's Day, jockey John Delgado got the first victory of his career at Gulfstream.
HRTV wants to congratulate John Delgado. He's a 10-pound bug, and he won his first race today at Gulfstream Park in the opener.
And he's been battling in the saddle. He was 0 for 18 coming into race number 1 at Gulfstream, and who would have thought to start the day in South Florida he would get his very first lifetime win as a professional jockey.
Let's take a look. Here's Larry Coleman.
111 and 2, and Enginery is the one to catch. Here's Toke off the rail. On the outside, Something, and they've left the others behind. Danger to Society, a laboring fourth. Enginery reaching for the wire here at the 16th pole. Something on the outside, and Toke between, still coming. Enginery, Toke, and Something. Enginery, and John Delgado hold on. Then Token, Something, and Danger to Society.
So congratulations, John Delgado. Hey. You see the jocks waiting for him. This is the inauguration to the jockey colony.
You know what? And jockey Delgado standing there and going up to his peers and saying, you know what, I want Mo. Because Mo Williams, winning trainer, winning owner, congratulations to John Delgado. And this is not a horse that was a win machine. 0 for 5 lifetime at Gulfstream coming in. 0 for 2 this year. Just 2 for 29 lifetime overall with 10 seconds and thirds. Yet this 10-pound apprentice held him together. Great job.
Gets a monkey off his back, and from here on, only good things. It looked pretty good, too, in the stretch. Pretty good.
TOC Director Madeline Auerbach spoke with Kurt and Carolyn about the California Retirement Management Account.
I think the owners support Karma very, very generously. Our rate is about 80% of the owners support it through purse contributions. Unfortunately, as the purses are going down, it's a function of purses, so the contributions we get are going down in the same fashion. But it's not because our support is waning, it's because the purses are on the way down, but we're still doing extremely well.
But hay prices aren't going down, I would imagine.
No, they're not.
What's one of the ways that Karma is combating that? One of the events coming up, I know you're doing a poker tournament.
We have, this is going to be our 3rd annual poker tournament, and it's going to be the first weekend in Del Mar. We are trying to establish a new tradition. The first Saturday night at Del Mar is going to be our poker tournament, and this is the 3rd time we're doing it, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We're very excited about it. We're going to have a lot more emphasis on poker playing this year. We're going to really cut back the auction. We have some really fun and amazing things. We have a 1.13 cognac diamond that has been given to us by Prince Jewelers, and a lot of the racing community knows about Prince Jewelers and knows Lamb over there, who does an absolutely magnificent job for a lot of people in the industry. Like he is the person that created the ring for Mike and Chantel, that beautiful engagement ring. And they have given us this amazing diamond, and people are going to have the opportunity to win this diamond by buying a drink that will put them in a form of a lottery where, you know, that's going to be the grand prize. So ladies out there, this is a $3,000 diamond, and it's absolutely absolutely magnificent. So come on by and just have a glass of champagne with us and an opportunity to get
What do you think, Karen? We'll have a cocktail and play poker. I think I can do those two things.
That's all for this week on HRTV. Here's a look at what's coming up next week.
Parade, and Gotham Devil drawn inside for Owen Hardy, the favorite at 3-2.
Well, he hasn't run since October of 2007.
Been a while.
But he's training well, and he once was a pretty decent prospect, so I don't know what kind of issues he's had. But if they're behind him, he'll bury this field. But that's the key. What kind of shape is he in after a 2.5-year layoff?
Christian Santiago Reyes in the saddle. There's a look at Detroit Donnie, first-time starter by 2-time Pacific Classic winning sire, skimming.
Not too much about him. He's not getting